Today we will start the next chapter, that is structure. Initially, what is meant by structure? Structures are user defined data type. Structure is also a data type. Okay, and structure is nothing but a user defined data type. Clear? Means what? For example, also structure, using structure we can store non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as a structure. Array is a derived data type. What is the use of array? To store homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as array. And what is structure? To store non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as structure. Means what? बघा मागे आपण array मध्ये सांगितलं होतं की 100 स्टुडंटचे रोल नंबर जर सेव्ह करायचे असतील तर काय केलं असतं आपण we have to create 100 different variables for storing roll number. But instead of that, what we design one array, create one single array, that is student, and give the range 100. That is specify the range, that is 100. So in that we can store 100 roll numbers together in a single entity. It's called as a array. Clear? So homogeneous element, to store homogeneous data elements together in a single entity, we have to create array. Then again one problem is there. When we want to store one total record of a student, means that record contains student roll number, student marks, and name of the student. So roll number is in the integer data type, marks float data type, and name is in the character array form. Okay, so these three different data members having three different data types. Clear? But we have to store all this data, means a record or a field, in a single entity called as student record. For example, one student record. What student record consists of? One student record consists of student's name, student roll number, and student marks. And all these data members having different data types. बघा सगळ्यांसाठी एक डेटा टाइप लिहिता येईल का आपल्याला? मला स्टुडंटचं रेकॉर्ड सेव्ह करायचं आहे. ओके, आणि ते रेकॉर्ड कसं सेव्ह करायचं आहे? तीन डेटा मेंबर्स आहेत त्याला. त्याचं नाव स्टुडंटचा रोल नंबर आणि स्टुडंटचे मार्क्स मे बी इन द फॉर्मॅट ऑफ फ्लोट. बरोबर आहे? पण त्यासाठी पर्टिक्युलर डेटा टाइप नाहीच आहे आतापर्यंत, बिल्ट इन डेटा टाइप नाहीये. डिराइव्ड डेटा टाइप म्हणजे ॲरे, फ्लोट, ॲरे, पॉइंटर्स यूज करू शकत नाही. म्हणून आपण काय करतो, स्वतः युजरला ज्या पद्धतीने डेटा टाइप लागणार आहे त्या पद्धतीने काय करतो, युजर स्वतःचा डेटा टाइप डिझाइन करतो. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रक्चर. युजिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स वी हॅव टू क्रिएट आवर ओन डेटा टाइप, okay, which contains non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as a structure. समजते का? Array is a derived data type which stores only homogeneous data elements together in a single entity, while structure is a user-defined data type which stores non-homogeneous data elements together. Non-homogeneous म्हणजे काय? Name, roll number, marks, आणि प्रत्येकाचा टाइप काय आहे? डिफरंट टाइप. म्हणजे होमोजेनियस नाही. फक्त 100 रोल नंबर सेव्ह करायचे आहेत. सगळे रोल नंबर कशात असणार? इंटिजर टाइप. सो ऑल रोल नंबर्स आर इन होमोजेनियस टाइप. So for that purpose we have to create array. But if we want to store non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity, then we have to use structures. Clear? And structure is a user-defined data type. What is structure? Structure is a user-defined data type which stores non-homogeneous data elements together in a single entity. Understood the concept? Next, how to declare, or what is the syntax for structure? So syntax, first keyword struct, then name of the structure, name of structure. So give some name of the structure, then curly brackets, Okay, after that, structure data members. Structure data members, which are non-homogeneous data members. Next, you semicolon. Okay, this is called as definition of structure. Clear? So, take one particular example. Structure for student. So, create structure for student. So, struct, give the name to the structure, that is student. Then enlist all data members of the structure student. So, student data member contains first data member, that is name, and name is in the form of character array. So, name, suppose name of size 50. Next, roll number of type integer. Then marks of the student of type float. Give semicolon. This is called as the structure definition for student type. Okay, so struct student is your new data type, similar to int, float. All these are built-in data types. Now, for your purpose, users' purpose, okay, we have to create our own data type, which stores whole record of student, and that record contains name, roll number, and marks together in a single entity. लक्षात आहे का? एकच नाव द्यायचं आहे आणि त्या एका नावामध्ये सगळ्या एंटिटीज काय होणार आहेत? सेव्ह होणार आहेत. आणि एंटिटीज कशा आहेत? नॉन होमोजेनियस. नॉन होमोजेनियस म्हणजे नेम हॅविंग कॅरेक्टर टाइप, रोल नंबर हॅविंग टाइप इंट and marks having type float. All the data members are having different type. So these data members are not homogeneous data members. Okay, and we have to enlist all the homogeneous data members together. For that purpose, curly bracket in a single entity. Okay, and that data type name is struct student. So struct student is our new data type. So that structure is called as user defined data type. Okay, user creates their own data type. If the data type is not there in your list of data types, that is integer, float, double, these are the data type, but it is built-in data type. Int is useful for storing roll number or integer type of data. But whole record of student, there is no available data type in C language. So we have to create our own data type for that record. Clear? So that's why this structured data type is called as user defined data type. Understood? Why it is called as user defined data type? Because user creates that data type. That data type is not built-in data type or derived data type. It is user defined data type. Understood? Okay. Next thing. This is the definition of the structure. This is called as declaration of the structure. These three members are called as the structure data members. These three are called as the structure data members. Now we create the variable of structure type. So how to create variable? Next line, suppose struct student. This is data type. Then you create one variable named S. Now S is called as the structure variable, similar to integer A, where A is called as the integer type of variable. Similarly, S is called as structure type of variable. Means struct student is a data type. Understood? So how many bytes are reserved for this S? If variable is of type integer, then it requires 2 bytes. If variable of type float, it requires 4 bytes. Double, 8 bytes. Character, 1 byte. But you have to create your own data type, struct student. Now you can create your own variable structure type, that is struct stud. So how many bytes are reserved for S type of variable? Total 50 bytes for name, then 2 bytes for roll number and 4 bytes for marks. That is 2 plus 4 plus 50. That is total 56 bytes are reserved for S variable. Understood? That is, this memory management is done at the time of compilation. Then total 56 bytes block is reserved for S. Okay, so how memory management is done on the RAM? For S, total 56 bytes are reserved, and how these data members are using structure variable. Structure variable. This is called as structure. S is called as structure variable, and name, roll number, and marks are called as structure data members. These are structure data members. S is the structure variable. Using structure variable, how we can access the structure members? For that, dot operator is used. Okay, for accessing structure data members using structure variable, what we have to use? Dot operator. Okay, so as per dot operator, what is the memory management? S dot name. Name is the array, so an array starts from 0 till S dot name of 49. This block is reserved for name of 15 characters. Okay, next block, roll number. After that, name S dot roll number, 2 bytes. After that, S dot marks, 4 bytes. And total name of this block is called as S variable. Okay, what is the base address? Suppose base address is 100. Okay, then last byte's address is 155. Total 56 bytes are reserved for S type of block. Okay, S is the structure variable, and name, roll number, and marks are called as structure data members. Okay, understood the meaning? Structure data members and structure variable. There are different ways of declaring structure variable. This is one way of declaring structure variable. Another way, inside the definition, means structure student, this curly bracket. After curly bracket, you can give the variable name S1, S2, S3, and last give the semicolon. Clear? So S1, S2, S3, these are also structure variables, and these name, roll number, and marks are structure data members. Understood? This is one way to declare the structure variable. This is the another way to declare structure variables. Okay, understood how we can declare structure variables? If we can write struct stud S above main function, then S is a global variable. S is the global variable. So memory management is done on the global partition of your RAM. And if you declare the structure variable inside the main struct student, suppose S4, then S4, for S4 memory management is done on the stack partition. Clear? Because storage structure is atto or local, and when we declare the structure variable above the main function, then the storage structure or storage class is global. Okay, clear? But how many bytes are required for all these type of variables? 56 bytes are required. Understood? So this is called as structure declaration syntax or structure definition syntax. Clear? This is S1, S3, S2 are the structure variables. What are the structure members, and how memory management is done using structure variable? How to access structure data members? Clear? Using structure variable, if we want to access the structure variables or structure data members, then dot operator is used. Okay, and this is the memory management structure. After that, what is the how we can initialize the structure variable? Initialization of structure variable means assigning values to the structure variable. One way, that is inside main. Okay, static initialization, that is S4. This is the structure variable. So directly is equal to curly bracket. What is the first data member of the structure? Name. Name is character array. So write in the double quotes. Suppose name of the student is ABC, then write in the double quotes. Then use the comma. Next, roll number. order is must. Second data member is roll number of type integer. So roll number, suppose 1, numeric. Don't write double quotes. Double quotes is used for string. Single quotes is used for single character, assigning single character. And numeric data or float data, don't use double quotes or single quotes. Okay. Then comma, third data member, that is marks, which is of type float. So suppose 90.19, and complete the curly bracket, give the semicolon. Clear? This is called as structure variable initialization. S1, S2, S3. These are three structure variables, and these are called as declaration of structure variables. Okay, and S4. Now we can assign the values to that S4 variable. S4 variable of type means data type struct student. Struct student is the data type. Okay, and which is of type user defined data type. Next, how to initialize? Understood? So as per the initialization, memory management, for example ABC, then /0, because all the strings are ends with the /0. After that, roll number 1 and marks 90.99. Clear? So that all about the structure declaration or structure definition, structure variable declaration, and structure variable initialization. Understood? One main point is using structure variable. If you want to access structure data members, then use dot operator. Okay? So today we will stop here.